Hello there everyone, and Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I want to know everything that you're going to attempt to strive and achieve for this year, so please do share your goals, no matter how big or how small. So here is the very first episode of Mods for Monday in 2025. I just want to say thank you all for the support you showed last year. I was blown away by how much interactions this series was getting, and I really do hope to keep on improving with all the guidance that people have been giving me to help make things more enjoyable for you to watch. Now let's dive in to these mods and see what awesome additions you can add to your playthroughs of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. For the first ever mod of Mods for Monday in 2025, this is a weapon called Royal Voulge. This is a polearm with an ornate design, but the main reason I have chosen this is because of its really unique perk. And what I mean by a unique perk is when this weapon is equipped, you will gain a perk called Royal Dominion. And the higher your two-handed weapon skill is, the more buffs that you are going to receive while using this blade. I'll just show you a screenshot of the buffs that you can get from this blade, as it's going to be easier than just explaining. That way you can check the list out for yourself at your own pace. These are some awesome buffs that you're going to get for this weapon, but there is even more you'll gain from it, as there are extra bonuses that you're going to receive, like plus 10% damage with this weapon, minus 10% less physical damage received, 50% chance of ignoring 80% of a target's armor during a power attack. So you really are gaining quite a bit while wielding this. But you're going to want to know how to get this. So there are two ways. The easiest is just to craft it at the forge. You are going to need steelsmithing, and you're going to need to be at least level 40. But if you want it really bad and you're not at any of those requirements, you can head over to Fort Sungard, fight your way through, and get the weapon from there instead. But for me, it was just so much easier to just craft this at the forge. Up next, let's take a look at Immersive Skaal Village, which, while bringing some much needed attention and love to the little village over in Solstheim from the Dragonborn DLC, this is going to help give it a much more unique look. The creator has stated they have added architecture that they feel is more fitting of a true Nord village, making it look more of what they expected from the people who live there in those harsh wintry elements. This will add a few overfixes, which are mainly focused around the sinking feet from the crafting stations when using them. There also have been added 2 new cell interiors for us to go ahead and explore. But yeah, overall this is just a nice little touch-up mod that makes the Skaal Village, as the title says, a little bit more immersive for us to enjoy. Mod number 3 is Lifesworn Vestiges Champion of Arcane Armor. So this is an armor set and a weapon, adding a helmet, gloves, boots, chest piece, and a two-handed steel war mace. This is not a craftable armor and weapon though, so you are going to have to go out and adventure to obtain this. But I'm just going to show you exactly where you're going to find this. You're going to have to head over to Reachcliff Cave, where the armor is being kept there as a trophy. You just got to go and grab it. You are going to find that it is in a sack. When you're walking obviously down in the room, obviously you've got the dining table, and then there is the statue at the end. Hook a right, and you're going to see a chest and a sack. Just open up the sack and it's all there for you. There is also a note inside telling a little bit of lore about the last dozen days of the warrior priest of Arcane, but I'll leave that for you to go ahead and open up and have a read. This is also going to support both male and female, while also supporting all the beast races as well. Let's look at the first cans mod on this series of 2025. This one is called Headless Horseman outfit and sword. With this downloaded, you will get a standalone sword called the Hessian and an outfit of the Headless Horseman. So both of these, they are not craftable, so you are going to need to go out and get them. Head over to Hamir's Rest, where you will find a chest with the items inside. That is all you've got to do. I think using the pumpkin is a nice touch, mainly because when you look in the eye holes and the mouth, you can't see our character's face. It's all hollow, and it's got a really nice orange glow coming out of it. Really does add to the scare factor. This is definitely an armor set to be using around the Halloween festivities. Up next, this mod will give us a companion called Styx, the Spectral Wolf, which they are a shadow puppy that we can witness grow from a tiny cowardly pup to a big bad brave alpha wolf. So in order to do this, every in-game 12 hours, if you speak to Styx, there will be an option that will go on about growth. Click on that and you will notice they will grow a bit. Do this every 12 hours and eventually Styx will be a fully grown adult wolf. This is a mod though that does interest you and you do want it. Finding Styx is pretty simple. So all you got to do is head over to the Lady Stone and you will find Styx there just running around. All you got to do is talk to them and get them to follow you. Cool little extra feature though that has been added with this companion is Styx will not set off traps, which is something that happens way too many times with all the other followers. It does drive me mad. Styx is also going to level with us, so that means when we come across high level enemies, Styx will also be able to deal damage to them. With mod number 6, this is called Witch Slayer Armor, and this can either be downloaded for the 3BA or BHUNP body slides. So this mod is going to give us a set of quality light armor, a sword, as well for the female characters of Skyrim. I really do like the way the creator has described of how to get this. They have said all can be crafted at the Skyforge. Why? I don't know. I like it that way. But in the same way, nobody forbids you to get it through add item menu. You are big grown-ups and know how to do everything without my tips. I just find that funny because it's a bit sarky, but it's hilarious. But I do like the idea of only crafting this at the Skyforge, mainly because it makes the armor and the weapon seem even more special. The fact that you have to go to a specific forge to make them. But anyway, back to the armor. There are multiple colors for us to choose from, so it's going to give us variety and selection when wearing this armor. There is also a cosmetic bag on the leg with some daggers strapped to the leg as well for those extra visuals. The sword that you get that gets added along with the armor, it looks great, and it has been given the name Witchbane, which is a perfect name to call a weapon while using it to hunt down the witches. Moving on to the next mod, this one is called Mammoth Cheese Retexture, which is going to retexture all the vanilla Mammoth cheeses, changing the colors, making them look more golden and elegant, and some of them are going to look a bit more slimy. You can choose to either have this in either 2 to 4K textures. I also have seen a few mixed feelings about how slimy some of it looks, but I like it and I'd love to know what you think about that in the comments below. This next one is called Inferno Fire Effects Redux. I have seen so many different fire mods for this game. It's really hard to decide exactly which ones I prefer because they've all got their own unique twists and I think they all look pretty awesome. But this one is supposed to be the successor to the ultimate HD fire effects mod, but this is going to give us more improved meshes and textures with a much more higher resolution for effects and gradients. There is also new flame glow colors and sizes with tile options. There is also complete rework of meshes to properly apply visual effects. I'd love to know what fire mods that you use, because you may use some that I don't know, and I'd like to check them out because I really do like a lot of the mods that are changing all the different fires around this place. I think it's time for a small player home. This mod is called Sami Hut Cosy Player Home. This place is found in Gilmarch, halfway between the Imperial and the Stormcloak camps, and the creator has based this off the traditional dwellings of the Sami with a bit of an Elder Scrolls twist to it. When you head inside of this place, you are going to notice a nice bed of furs that is going to give us an extra well-rested bonus for us and our chosen follower. They have also made the fire so you can put it out and relight it. Even better, when the fire is lit, you can actually see it from the outside, the smoke coming from the chimney or the glare coming from the windows. That is a nice touch for it. For all your crafting needs, you are going to have a tanning rack, wood chopping block, anvil, alchemy station, cooking pot. There is an enchanting tome, which is a book that you're just going to find on the ground. But overall, this is not only giving us a place to rest up before the next adventure, but it is also adding more to the surrounding areas, giving the empty spaces of Skyrim much more life to them. The time has come for our last mod of today's episode, and I wanted to go big with this one by having a look at Glacial Goliaths, which is an alternative version of the Giants of Skyrim, but these ones are even bigger, much bigger. There will now be a race of massive blue giants placed in the less temperate areas, with 13 varied and interesting new giant camps. All these giants, they're all different sizes. There will be some absolutely massive ones, and then there will be some I'm going to say average size looking ones. I say average. They're average compared to the vanilla giants. They're still massive though. These can be quite tough to battle, so enter these camps with caution. Thankfully, the character that I use for the mod playthroughs, she is really high level, and the weapons they're all high damage, so I had no trouble. But I did try to fight them at a level 1 character. It didn't go well. It really didn't go well. There is a map on the Nexus mod page that will show you all the locations of where you can find these giants. And there you have it, my picks of the first 10 mods of Mods on Monday in 2025. I hope you enjoyed all these, and please do let me know down in the comments below which of these mods you like and which ones that you would use. But also, If you know of any awesome mods for me to check out, let me know down there as well. Thanks for coming by. If you like what you see, please leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you all next week for another episode of Mods for Monday. Goodbye.